Greetings, everybody. Welcome to our webinar, Streamlining Customer Service Paperwork with the Zoho Sign extension for Zoho Desk. I'm Nandana Krishnan, a product expert for Zoho Sign. I'm joined by Nirmal Kumar, a product expert for Zoho Desk. Our panelists will be answering your questions as we present the session. With that, let's get started. Let me quickly take you through the agenda for today's session. I will be giving you a brief overview of Zoho Sign. Following that, Nirmal will take over the session and give you a brief overview of Zoho Desk and show you how you can integrate Zoho Sign with Zoho Desk. And then I will be giving you a live demo of this use case with this extension. Following that, we will have a Q&A session, but do feel free to post your questions throughout the session. Let's get this session started with a look into what workflows generally look like in modern businesses with minimal or no digitization and automation. So every piece of paperwork done manually goes through multiple steps. This includes drafting, printing, scanning, making copies, signing these documents, sending these documents by fax or email, collecting signatures, formalizing after turnaround, collecting payments, raising invoices and billing, securely storing documents, and retrieving documents for audits or accounts. Yes, all this work just for a single piece of paperwork. Obviously, nobody likes drowning in a sea of paperwork, but if this is a familiar scenario, then you are no stranger to these problems. With manual paperwork, agreements are scattered all over the workplace. This process can be extremely repetitive, cumbersome, and time consuming. And there are obviously concerns of trust, security, and compliance. While you are left to fend for yourself, here is what the modern workplace looks like. Businesses are being done remotely with rising hybrid workplaces, digital first experiences, and transactions across borders and time zones. But here's where Zoho Sign comes in. Zoho Sign can help you draft agreements with ease, collaborate with stakeholders across various departments, automate workflows to minimize manual intervention, ID verification to authenticate signers, collect payments from within agreements, and collect signatures from anywhere at any time. To find out how Zoho Sign can help you, here's a quick run through of Zoho Sign's top features. A very obvious feature is that Zoho Sign can help you sign documents online and collect signatures and approvals easily and securely. So this is a feature that we will be getting into in a little while. But for now, I just want you to have an overall understanding of Zoho Sign's top features. Moving on, for commonly reused documents, you can use the template feature, and you can also use sign forms to collect signatures using a link that can be embedded onto your website. And if you want to increase your efficiency, you can also use the bulk sign or bulk send feature. Further, you can produce and manage legally binding documents. You can also have audit trails that help keep track of all activity and generate reports to ensure accountability. Further, you can automate your processes with field detection and summarize long documents with text summarization. Zoho Sign can be used across different departments in your organization. What you see on your screen is a list of some of the things that you can do with Zoho Sign. So a Zoho Sign can be used in departments like sale, HR, finance, IT, marketing, etc. But obviously, this list is also not exhaustive. Please feel free to explore and identify other areas where Zoho Sign can be used. On your screen, you have an overview of the major e-signature laws across the globe. Zoho Sign is fully compliant with all of these regional electronic and digital signature regulations, such as the PIPEDA in Canada, the eSign Act in the USA, Norm 151 in Mexico, ECTA in South Africa, KICA in Kenya, the EIDAS in the European Union, ZERT-ES in Switzerland, ETL in Saudi Arabia, ITA 2000 in India, and ETA in Australia, Singapore, and other parts of Southeast Asia. Make sure to keep your data secure with local data centers across countries. And we are in the process of building more to meet the highest standards of security and privacy. This is further supplemented by compliance with data privacy and security regulations. So you can see a few examples on your screen. Some of them being GDPR, HIPAA, FDA, CFR Title 21, Part 11, and more. This is further backed by detailed reports, tamper-proof audit trails, blockchain-based timestamping, and trusted document digital timestamping. Zoho Sign offers encryption at rest and in transit. We also mandate the use of multi-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of security to keep unauthorized individuals at bay and a single set of credentials across apps. We also do not use or run any third-party trackers or ads to monitor what you do. Obviously, this also ensures further data security. We provide automated backup to cloud storage. If you are an organization in the healthcare industry, there's something for you as well. Zoho Sign offers a specialized compliance module that helps you adhere to strict data privacy regulations. Zoho Sign also integrates with a network of trusted third-party service providers all over the globe. The services offered include identity verification, digital signature creation, timestamping, and electronic stamp duty payment. On your screen, you can see the list of integrations that we currently offer, like Aadhaar, eMudra, PSC World, Global Sign, etc. We constantly strive to build more integrations in different countries across the globe. Now that you have a brief idea of Zoho Sign, let me quickly give you a product tour to give you a better idea of what it does and what you can expect. What you see on your screen is the Zoho Sign web interface that is designed to be intuitive and user-friendly. And on your screen, you can see that there are two primary functions. So there is a sign yourself button and there is a send for signature button. The sign yourself button allows you to sign documents for sending, while the more popular send for signature button is used to send documents to collect signatures from recipients. With Zoho Sign, you can create sophisticated e-signature workflows easily, upload your documents from your device, popular cloud storage services, or choose from a range of customizable templates. You can easily add signers, assign signing orders, and select the delivery method, email, or SMS. You can also customize your document workflow by assigning roles to recipients and choosing from different authentication options. This includes email, SMS, or dynamic knowledge-based authentication. So dynamic knowledge-based authentication is specific for the US users. So what does further authentication allow you to do? This guarantees authenticity and legal compliance. You can also choose from a list of languages, for email and interface languages to accommodate all your global users. You can also further enhance security by configuring required digital signature certificate types or signature from multiple providers based on your organization's needs. Additional settings allow you to configure the validity of the signing link, the folder to which the document goes for easy management, enable automatic reminders to reduce overall document time, and add private and public notes to your signers. After your preferences are set, your document will be displayed on the document viewer. You can use text tags, which will be automatically detected by Zia, our very own AI assistant. If not, you can always opt for the traditional drag and drop feature, where you can drag the fields and drop them onto the document and continue with the signing process. You can also track your documents in real time with the detailed document view. Once the document is sent, you can track document progress, including delivery, view, and signature status directly from the document tab. This comprehensive tracking ensures a complete and transparent audit trail, allowing you to verify the authenticity of the document at every step. Zoho Sign also offers granular document management through filtered views. Users can efficiently monitor document status and progress for a streamlined workflow. Our comprehensive report feature also provides a holistic overview of document lifecycle and user activity via intuitive visualization. This enables detection of alterations and maintains a robust audit trail. And obviously, this ensures accountability and adherence to regulatory requirements. What else can Zoho Sign can do? What else can Zoho Sign do for you? Zoho Sign is synchronized on the cloud across all platforms, so you can access and manage your documents at your convenience from anywhere at any time on the device of your choice. We have a native mobile app for iOS and Android and a desktop app for Windows and macOS. So go ahead and download Zoho Sign for an enhanced e-signing experience while you're on the move. You can also integrate Zoho Sign with any of these Zoho or third-party apps like Microsoft apps, Google, CRM apps, integration platforms, or cloud storage apps without any complex setups or data migrations. So yes, you can simply sign into your Zoho Sign account and connect with these apps in your existing workflow for a seamless digital experience. If you have any more questions or suggestions for us, feel free to contact our dedicated support team by reaching out to us at support@zohosign.com or support@eu.zohosign.com for the EU users. To stay updated on the latest features, trends, and events, join our community by subscribing to Zoho Sign on YouTube and follow Zoho Sign on X and LinkedIn. Now, let me just hand over the session to Nirmal so he can give you a brief overview of Zoho Desk. Just give me a second to stop sharing my screen.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nandana. So let me take over. So, yes, hello everyone, a good day. We are thrilled to have you join us today to explore this powerful tool and see how it can transform your customer support experiences. This is Nirmal, a senior product expert from Zoho Desk. And for those who are new, Zoho Desk is basically a contact center help desk software that empowers businesses to deliver top-notch customer service. And whether you are running a small business looking to streamline your support process, or a large enterprise aiming to enhance your customer experiences, Zoho Desk offers a range of features all you tailor to meet all your needs. So we will deep dive into the features with a quick overview, and also I will be giving a quick demo on certain features here. So without any further delay, let's get started. And this will be the agenda for today. Firstly, we'll look into the various support channels that have been offered by Zodesk, and later about talking about the self-service features. And we have few automation features in lineup. And we'll be ending up with how Zia works when it comes to ticketing. So yes. So not every customers prefer to drop in an email and wait for hours to get a response or to a resolution for a specific issue. So I'm sorry, not some. Many of the customers prefer getting an instant support, similar to the WhatsApp IM chat what we have, or a live phone call. Just dial in to the live agents and getting that sorted. So all that having considered, Zodesk offered n number of channels, I would say. So starting up with the email, advanced web form or through the live chat feature, or social platforms like the Facebook, Telegram, or the Instagram, and so on. So the best part what Zodesk offers is all these comes under with a centralized view, which makes the work more efficient, and also it helps in reducing the agent handling time. And talking about the self-service features, having a self-service platform is always making the tool even more efficient. So it's not only reduces the creation of number of tickets, it also provides the accurate answers and also help in reducing the agent handling time once again. So in the lineup, I have some best examples, starting up with the ASAP. So ASAP is a compact form of the help center what we provide, which can be embedded on the end user's website. So the thing over here is not every end user prefer to log into a default help center page. So with the help of the ASAP, it could be embedded on your custom website, where it will be more like accessing the knowledge base articles or the community forum, where you can raise the concerns or share your ideas or even interact with other customers to get your issue sorted. And if you still couldn't find answer, we always have a submit the ticket toggle, where it will be raised as a ticket, where the live agents will be assisting you on that. And secondly is the help center portal, where we provide the default help center by default, starting from the free edition of Desk. So similar to that, you always have the knowledge base articles, which articles have been loaded up, and just by just typing the keyword on the search box, you will find all the related articles. And once again, the community forum to share ideas. And yes, from default help center, you will always have the feasibility to raise a ticket as well, where the agents will be responding you then and there. And finally, the guided conversation, I would say it's the best example of a self-service platform. It works based on the flow, what we create, and the source will be like the knowledge base articles which are being embedded, which has been added on the portal. And if the guided conversation bot couldn't answer your question, it also has a feasibility of transferring the live chat to the live agent, where the agent can take over and assist you further. And up next, automation. For support agents working on repetitive tasks can be more like a counterproductive. With the automation feature in Zodesk, these repetitive tasks can be fully automated, which saving time and also improves the accuracy. So when I say like tasks such as sending notification to the customers, or like assigning tickets to a right team or agents, and even updating a ticket fields with appropriate values can also be automated. And not only that, you can also assign due dates to the tickets to make sure the agent respond and resolve issues within the expected time frame. And if there is any delays on the SLA breaches, the system can also automatically escalate the ticket to the shift supervisor or to the admins as well. So the few examples I have, assignment rules. So if in a case where there is an outage and being worried about getting a 200 plus tickets being unaddressed, with the help of the assignment rules, it can assign the ticket automatically to the teams or to an agent with a specific criteria which you can mention. And talking about the escalate SLA, every organization will have a time frame for the tickets to be resolved. So in that case, having a response on the resolution time makes the agent to be work more productive, which increase the productivity of the environment. And talking about the blueprints, so having set of protocols where the organization agents who work on that to maintain the protocols, so we can create a flow, and with the help of the transition we can restrict few actions here. And next is the workflow automation. So it's basically the rule will trigger based on a specific trigger point, say to be like on the ticket creation or on a field update and so on. And with the help of the workflow automation, you can perform certain actions, say to be like sending an alerts to the customers or updating a field, or even to run a custom function where the direct automation cannot be achieved. And macros, it's more like in workflow automation, but it requires the manual intervention by the agents. And just by clicking the apply macro right from the ticket, it can perform the same actions similar to the workflow what we have. And finally, schedules. It's, I mean, the name itself says the schedules, which runs based on the code what we embed, and it's run periodically. So say to be like, if you want the action to be done on every month or so, schedules would be the best example. And moving further, extensibility. So your help desk application can be integrated with a business application which you're already been using. So this helps you to create a seamless workflow which avoid switching between multiple platforms. And you can also custom build extensions to connect Zoho Desk with other applications or platforms. In this way, you can send and receive data without leaving Zoho Desk, which makes your support process even faster and more efficient. In addition to Zoho Desk, it also provides, I mean, we also provide public APIs that allows you to integrate its modules with other Zoho services or the third-party applications or the internet portals, or even on your own website. So these APIs help you to customize and extend your help desk to match your specific business needs. And talking about the ZIA and ticketing, so I hope most of in this webinar, I believe ZIA is, I believe that you will know ZIA is inbuilt AI what we have in Zoho Desk. And this ZIA will help in various aspects, say to be like analyzing the sentiment, the tone of the customer response, or the ZIA answer board where the answers can be given based on the articles which we embed and train them, and the reply assistance, and finally the ZIA generate content. So I have a quick demo on this to show it on my instance. I will just walk you through on that. So this is a sample ticket what I have where the customer has expressed the issue about the recent purchase what they have made and experiencing the overheating issues. So right here, right from the ticket, I have something called ZIA summary. So which will analyze the entire content of this and give you a shorter form of content. So which helps in, I mean, this will avoid the agents to reading through the entire content what the customer has sent out. So by just briefing it, you can just view the entire content just by summarizing it. And the other two toggles is the reply assistance. So when I hit on reply assistance, it will start analyzing the entire content of the recent thread. So this will give you more like a draft email, which can be used to send as a reply to the customer. So as you can see, this is the entire content which has been drafted by the ZIA. And this content has been fetched from the sources called from these three articles, I would say, which is mentioned over here. And if you're not happy with the response, you can also click on regenerate. And you also have option to set the tone or the length, a shorter or the longer format. And also you have an option to set the language preference based on your app. And finally, it's about generated content. So this works based on the content what we enter. Let me give an example. So this will give you a similar to the what the agent can send a response. So this might take some time. Okay. So this contains a troubleshooting the HTML document which been referred from the sources, which will be mentioned from here. And this is the content. And by clicking on use as reply, this will be appended on the reply editor form. So that's about Zia here. And yeah, moving further. So insights about the reports and dashboards. Reports and dashboard on Zoho Desk help you to understand your team's performance in real time. So the built-in dashboards allow you to track and improve your service using the most commonly used metrics. You can also create a custom report and dashboard to suit your business needs. The overview dashboard gives you the big picture on a single screen, displaying all the key metrics you want to see first. And Zoho Desk also provides the time-based reports, including important data such as first response, the average response time, and average resolution time as well. So these reports can be filtered by the date, channel, and also the agent. And finally, you can also track the agent performance parameters such as the average response time, the customer happiness rating, the ticket traffic, and the areas of expertise. All of these present in one view along with the agent details and current availability, helping the managers to make quick and informed decisions. So this is a quick glimpse of how it looks on the desk view. And moving further, let's talk about the mobile applications. So Zoho Desk offers two different applications. One is about the Zoho Desk mobile application and Radar for Zoho Desk. So with the Zoho Desk mobile app, you can stay in the loop at all times and setting up a notification to receive instant alerts when a new ticket are created or even the existing ticket updates or the ticket whenever it's been assigned to you. So this app also alerts you in case of SLA violation, helping you to stay on top of your response timelines and maintain high service standards. So even when you're on the go. And finally, the radar gives you both agents and the managers a quick overview of important customer service metrics like the live traffic, the channel traffic, and the customer ratings, where the agents can easily identify the tickets that need urgent attention, while the managers can track the performance and step in for real-time support or the damage control. So all from the convenience just from your mobile application. So that's about the overview of Zoho Desk. And now I will just show you how Zoho Sign can be integrated within Zoho Desk. So from here, I click on the setup icon on the top right corner, and I quickly access Zoho option and the integration. And when you scroll down a bit, you will have an option, Zoho Sign. And I click on install, and I agree the terms and conditions. Okay, so I will have an option to select all the departments. So for now, I'm just choosing all the profiles and also the departments, and I hit on install. So I'm just creating a connection. So yes, that's how the Zoho Sign extension can be quickly integrated within Zoho Desk. And for the quick demo, I will once again hand over to Nandana to walk you through on this.
Thank you so much for that overview of Zoho Desk, Nirmal. Just give me a second to share my screen.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will share my screen now. Yes, so I hope you can see the Zoho Desk dashboard. So I just want to quickly make you understand where this extension actually comes into play, because you know to understand the real life use case of this extension. So let's consider a use case where you want to send a document for signature from within a ticket. But if you had to use multiple apps for this particular function, you'd have to constantly switch between tabs where there is the possibility of data being lost when it is being transferred. There are also gaps in your workflows, and then you'll have to go over to the other app to track the progress, and you have to come back to this app to check on a ticket. To avoid this, you can use the Zoho Signs extension for Zoho Desk. What does this do? It essentially helps you reduce the gaps in your workflow and allow for a streamlined workflow by uh, allowing you to send documents for signature from within the ticket. So that's where Zoho Signs extension comes into play. Now, to give you a quick demo, let me just present a use case to you, a real life use case. So let's say that I have a client. Just give me 1 second. Let me just enter full screen. Yes. So let's just say there is a client who wants to upgrade their existing plan. So to upgrade their existing plan, let's say they have a company policy where they have to send an NDA out to your company. So what do you have to do with this NDA? So whenever the NDA comes in, you have to send it over to the respective department to get it signed so the customer can upgrade their existing plan. So what does the customer do? Let's say in this case, Barbara. So the customer simply sends an email to the support email address associated to this particular Zoho Desk account. So once they have sent an email, obviously it falls as a ticket, as Nirmal spoke about. So as you can see, a ticket has been created and our attachment is visible right over here. So this is the NDA that they attach to the ticket. Now, how can you send for signature from within this ticket? It's very simple. If you go over to the right side, right over here, under Marketplace, you can see the Zoho Sign extension. Once you go a little bit further, you can see that there is the sample NDA which is associated to this ticket. So whichever documents are associated to this ticket are listed over on the right side. So this is the sample NDA that I want to send for signature. Now you might be wondering if this is the only document that you can send for signature, or that if a customer has to send you the document for you to be able to send for signature. That's not it. You can actually upload documents from your device to send for signatures as well. For that, you simply have to click on upload, and you will be able to select from one of the many sample documents. For now, only want to send this particular document for signature, so I'm just going to click on cancel, and I'm just going to select this particular document. Here, like I mentioned before, there are two buttons. There is a send for signature and there is a sign yourself. So how are these buttons different? So with sign yourself, you will sign the actual document before sending it out. And in the case of send for signatures, you will send a document out to collect the signatures. So to repeat myself, with sign yourself, you will send out an already signed document. And with send for signatures, you will send out a document to collect the signatures. So now that I've selected the document that I want to send out, I'm just going to click on send for signatures. Once I do that, I will be taken to the next page where I simply have to add recipients. So as you can see, there are two existing recipients over here. So these are the recipients. These recipients are listed because they are associated with this particular ticket. If you remember, Barbara is a client who sent the email to us. So Barbara's name is right over here. There is also the support email associated with this particular ticket. So I can add recipients over here, or I can simply click on this particular icon and add my recipients. So I'm just going to type the name of the respective signer I want to send this document to. Now that I've added my signer, I can simply scroll down. As you can see, the email field has been auto-populated over here. I'm just going to scroll down, and as you can see, I can assign recipient action. So in the drop down over here, you can see that there are 4 different recipient actions. So there is a signer, there is somebody who receives a copy, there is an in-person signer, and there is an approver. So 3 of these are pretty straightforward. So a signer will simply sign the document as the name suggests. There is somebody who receives a copy, who, like the name suggests, simply receives a copy. There is an approver who simply approves the document. You might be wondering what an in-person signer is. Let me present another use case, so it is easier to understand. So in the case of an in-person signer, let's say there's a host from your organization who goes out on a sales call. So when they go out on a sales call, let's say a transaction is happening and a document has to be signed. In this case, you as the a sender of the document, you don't necessarily directly know the details of the client. So for this signing session to happen remotely, you can simply add a host to the signing process. This particular host will be whoever went from your organization, your sales representative, and by adding them as a host, they will simply transfer over controls of the device to get the document signed from the signer, and the signer, after signing the document, will transfer the control of the device back to the host. So this is how a signing session can happen in a remote scenario. But for now, I'm just going to let my recipient be a signer. So I'm just going to click on signer. I can also select from authentication methods. There you can either send an email OTP, an SMS OTP, or an offline code for further authentication, like I mentioned before. In this case, I'm just not going to select an authentication method, so I'm just going to click on none. Like I mentioned before, you can add private and public notes. So I can add a private message particularly for this signer. So for this signer, I'm just going to say yes. So I've asked my signer to please sign ASAP. So I'm just going to click on add. And now my recipient has been added to this particular workflow. I am also going to add Barbara to this workflow because I want Barbara to sign the document as well. So I'm just going to add Barbara. And as you can see, both my recipients have been added. How can I edit this, edit the recipient details? You simply have to click on this particular icon and you can edit all the recipient details. But I'm happy with how this looks, so I'm just going to click on save. I can also remove a recipient by just clicking on this icon. Further, I can also assign a signing order. I can either choose to send an order, or I can remove this signing order and have the document go out at the same time. How is this different? So with send an order, let's say my first recipient receives the document, they have to sign the document, and only then will my second recipient even receive the document. That is what happens with the signing order. Without a signing order, both my recipients will receive the document at the same time, and there is no uh, uh, there is no one after the other kind of workflow over there. So I can remove the signing order by simply unchecking this box. I can also assign a signing order by simply checking that box again. I can also change the signing order by simply dragging and dropping. So I've changed the signing order for Barbara to be the first recipient and Dave to be the second recipient. If I scroll further down, I can leave a common note for all my signers. So over here, I can just tell my signers to sign this particular NDA. So I'm leaving a note, a common note to to my signers. As you can see, this is very different from the private note that I added to my recipient. So I can just click on continue. And once I do click on continue, I will be taken to the document viewer. So what can you do with the document viewer? You can see that there is a quick view on the left over here. There is my document over here, and there is my recipient recipients listed over here, and all the fields listed over here. So in this quick view, I can view the number of pages of my document. Simply click to jump from page to page. Here is my entire document. And before I get to the recipients, let me just show you, let me just talk a little bit about standard and custom fields. So with standard fields in Zoho Sign, there are multiple fields that you can choose from to drag and drop to the document. So there is a signature field, there is a full name field, there is an initial field, there are payment fields, there is a sign date field, there is a date field, etc. in the standard fields, under the standard fields. So for custom fields, you can actually create customizable fields depending on your organization's unique needs. Let's say the field that you want is not available in this particular place. So you can just head over to custom fields and create a custom field. Now that that is done, let me just show you how you can drag and drop the recipients. You can drag and drop the fields and associate them to the recipients. So let's say from the standard fields, I want to drag and drop a signature field. So I simply have to click on whichever recipient I want to associate the fields to. And let's say in this case, I want to associate signature field to Barbara. I'm just going to click on Barbara's name. and drag and drop this field. So I can also resize these fields to fit the document size. So I'm just going to resize it to this particular size. And once that is done, I can simply move on to drag and drop other fields as well. I want to add a full name field, so I'm just going to drag and drop that. I can also add a date field. So you might be wondering, even when I explained standard fields, I said that there was a sign date field and a date field. You might be wondering how this is different. So with the sign date field, the date of the document will be auto-populated with the date that the signing is happening on. Let's say the signing is happening on 26th August. So the sign date field will auto-populate with the date, that is 26th August. But if you add a date field, you can create a custom field. I can also add, like, let's say 27th August or 28th August or 29th August with the date field. So sign date field will auto populate and a date field is a custom field choice. So now how can I add three more fields, three similar fields to my second recipient? I simply have to click on my second recipient's name and drag and drop these fields. So I'm just going to drag and drop the same exact way as before. I'm just dragging and dropping three fields for my second recipient. Now, as you can see, there are three fields for my first recipient and three fields for my second recipient. You might be wondering what this pre-fill by you is. Let me quickly show you how that works. Let's say I want to add a stamp to this document that is pre-filled with the information from my Zoho Sign account before even sending the document out for signature. I simply have to click on pre-fill by you and drag and drop the stamp. So now let me just rearrange it how I like. And now that looks neat and I'm happy with how this looks. So I'm simply going to click on send. Once I click on send, you can verify the number of fields that is added to each of the recipients. So as you can see, Barbara had 3 fields and Dave had 3 fields. Once I'm happy with this information, I'm just going to click on confirm. And now my document will be sent out for signature. As you can see over here, my document has been sent out for signature successfully. So once your document has been sent out for signature from this widget, a comment should automatically appear associated to this ticket, mentioning the document name, mentioning the document owner, and the fact that it has been sent out for signature. So it should automatically pop up. But in case you want to manually add this comment, you can do that as well by simply clicking on add comment. So now that that is done, let me just quickly head back and show you how you can track document progress from within Zoho Desk. So yes, you can you are not restricted to just sending documents for signature from Zoho Desk. You can also track the progress right from your Zoho Desk, a Zoho Signs extension for Zoho Desk. So as you can see, this is the same place as before. Under Marketplace, there is Zoho Sign ticket. I will simply head over to View Associated Documents. Once I click on View Associated Documents, you will be able to view all the documents that are associated with this particular ticket listed over here. In this case, we only have one document. I'm just going to click on that. And over here, you can see all the document information, who it is owned by, when it was submitted, when it was last updated. You can also see the recipient status. Basically, a document was mailed only to our first recipient, so you can track the progress right over here. That's how you can track document progress right from the ticket. You might be wondering if that's the only way. That's not. So you can also track document progress from simply heading over to this customers tab. So I will head over to customers. And as you can see, there is Barbara Zilker right over here, who was associated with our ticket. So I'm just going to click on Barbara Zilker, and you can see all the documents listed over here. And if you head over to the widget, the extension for Zoho Sign, Zoho Sign's extension for Zoho Desk again, you simply have to click on View Associated Documents. This is the same process as before. Over there, under tickets, we went over and viewed associated documents. Here, under customers, we are simply clicking on View Associated Documents. So when you come over here, you can view all the documents associated with this particular customer that has been sent out for signature. So as you can see, all these documents are listed over here. You can see documents that have been recalled, documents that are in progress. If one of your workflows are completed, you will be able to view that over here as well. Let me just click on one to show you how it looks. It's the same exact thing as before, where you can find all the document information quickly from within this Zoho Desk dashboard. You can also track document progress from Zoho Sign. So in case you are interested in doing that, let me just show you that as well. Let me head over to Zoho Sign. Once I come over to Zoho Sign, as you can see, this is the Zoho Sign dashboard, and you can head over to documents. Once you do head over to documents, you can find the NDA that we just sent out right over here. Let me just click on this document. And as you can see, all the document progress can be tracked from right over here. So in case you do want to track your progress from Zoho Sign and not just from Zoho Desk, this is how you can do that. So like I had mentioned, this will reduce the gaps in your workflow and will ensure a seamless, signature workflow. Uh, that is all for the demo. Just give me 1 second. Yes. So I hope the demo was informative to you. And if you did have technical issues, or if you did have to reconnect, don't worry about missing out on any information. But if you are interested in learning more about Zoho Sign's integration with Zoho Desk, here is a list of resources that you can use for the same. This includes, our help document, our knowledge base, and our legality guide, etc. Don't worry about noting everything down right now. Like I had mentioned before, we will be sharing this presentation and this recording with you. So do feel free to access these links at your own pace. That brings us to the end of our webinar. We hope our webinar was useful and informative to you. Thank you for joining us today. We hope to connect with you again soon. Thank you so much.